Once a boss, Lamia enters Punishing Grey Raven as its premier dark attacker. She's a cowardly, conniving antagonist who has committed at least a few war crimes. And if you thought her beautiful new appearance would change any of that, think again. After working so hard as the main dark attacker, Luna was feeling very sleepy, so she passed the dark attacker role to Lamia while she takes a little nap. At last, this means the Dark Team finally has a full set of characters with time lag calculation, aka the ability to pause the stage timer when performing signature moves. This may cause the fights to be longer as a result, looking at you, Warzone, but the damage output is well worth it and single-handedly makes Lamia much stronger than Luna. But if not Luna, then who does Lamia pair best with? Well, you'll want to find her a good amplifier and a good tank if possible. The amplifier part is easy. Selena Capriccio is a dark amplifier who can be obtained for free via the game mode Recitativo di Fantasia. You can even evolve Selena for free over time through the voucher exchange shop, though it will take a long time if you're free to play, and there may be other options you'd prefer to use your vouchers on. Triple S rank is recommended for all amplifiers if possible, but don't worry if you can't get that. If you don't have Capriccio yet, Vera Rosen will work in a pinch. Or better, Teddy Decryptor, who releases around December 2024. Meanwhile, the best tank to pair with Lamia is definitely Karenina Shear. Unfortunately, in order to make her feel good, Karenina requires both double S3 and her weapon at least, making her pretty expensive. And while Shear and Kamui Tenebrion used to be closer in strength at low investment, we now know that Shear is guaranteed to get leap skills around March 2025, which cements her role as the best dark tank for the foreseeable future. At least a year from now, she's not getting replaced. That said, Kamui Tenebrion is free from the beginner selector, so he's a good affordable second choice. And if you don't have either of them, number 2121 is a decent substitute as well. So you know who she is and who she likes to be around. But how do you play Lamia? Well, here's the really short and simple version. Start off with Triple S Selena Capriccio if you have her, instantly swap to Double S3 Karenina Shear for her spin to win and signature move. Then swap to Lamia. Get Lamia into her mermaid form by using her Phase 1 signature move as quickly as possible to do big damage and flush all the enemies away with her Phase 2 signature move. Then swap back to Selena to start the rotation over. But don't worry if you don't have the most meta dark team. With weaker tanks and supports, keep Lamia on the field and she can carry the dark team to victory. I'm burdened with the knowledge that this attack was based on a toilet flushing, and now you have to live with that knowledge too. If you're looking to evolve Lamia, as usual, double S rank can be obtained for free through Phantom Pain Cage rewards, and it makes her rotation much smoother. This is how S ranks are made to be played generally, so it's worth it. Double S3 gives her more damage and energy, but doesn't add much to her kit overall. However, Triple S rank allows her to get into mermaid form almost immediately after swapping in, along with a huge damage boost. Triple S rank is a pretty huge investment, so we only recommend it to huge fans of the character who already spend in this game, especially people trying to stay at the top of Warzone and Phantom Pain Cage. But if you're free to play, don't worry, just one Lamia is still a huge upgrade from Luna Laurel. Lamia's signature weapon is a nice upgrade with some nice quality of life, but free-to-play players should definitely prioritize getting new characters over weapons. Remember, weapons will always be available. If you've got Cub tickets to spare, you might want to consider Lamia's Cub. It has the ability to either freeze enemies or pull them closer towards the carrier, or in this case, push them towards the carrier with waves. The ability to control mobs makes it one of the best Cubs, the third best behind Motorbolt and Rainbow. But enough about all that. I want to talk about her look. When I first saw the promo art of Lamia's new frame, I admit, I felt a little conflicted. I mean, first of all, she was a big cool monster with giant legs and, you know, that's awesome. I loved it when she was some kind of crime against nature. But most importantly, I appreciated how unconventional her personality was. She's mean, cowardly, and kind of whiny. And frankly, she's so real for that. Was this glamorous mermaid the same conniving little gremlin I knew and loved? I was skeptical, but then I saw her in motion.
Are we fighting for real? Don't expect too much. Why are you looking at me like that? I know he didn't say anything, but I'm offended. I have no idea how to use this weapon. I just fling it around normally. Lazy ass.
You see this? Perfection. I appreciate how unsteady her animations are when she's stumbling around on her new pair of legs. However, when she switches to mermaid form, she's noticeably more confident, safely back in her comfort zone. She's so cute you can almost forget about all the murders she happily committed. It's okay, it's not like it's the first time. And if you aren't a fan of her sparkly new face, that's okay. She debuts with this secondary coating, which is heavily inspired by her original look with a twist. The gray skin and butterfly are back, baby. Most importantly, you can see her spiky spike bones through her skin here, in both her arms and her legs. Abyssal Dye is a special effects coating, so it costs 168 rainbow cards. It also makes her special effects kinda purple and includes some dead fish if that's something you're yearning for. But if you are a fan of sparkly faces, then you're in luck because she gets another coating in the future. This glamorous green outfit gives her a few new friends and, most importantly, elf ears. Elf ears are good. I love them. It'll be temporarily available around January 2025 and is a gacha coating, meaning free-to-play players can technically get it, if they can save up the 17,500 BC it takes to get it. Yes, this one is just like Bianca Stigmata's Solitary Dream. And just like that, if you don't want to spend BC, it costs a whopping 500 rainbow cards or a combination of the two. But hey, the other rewards on the gacha are really good, and it includes this beautiful underwater background too. But with all that said, should you pull Lamia Lost Lullaby? Possibly one of the most popular characters in Punishing Gray Raven, and for good reason? Yes, you should. She's the best dark attacker now and for the foreseeable future, at least as far as about June 2025. She's stronger than Luna Laurel by a lot. Lamia's addition makes a full second-gen dark team, meaning all of them have timeline calculation. And if worse comes to worse and you're missing some characters, she can carry the dark team to some extent. But there are a few reasons you may not want to pull Lamia Lost Lullaby just yet. The biggest threat is, of course, Karenina Shear's Idol coating is very expensive and releases the same patch. It's a gacha coating and costs 10,000 BC, so again, obtainable by free-to-play players, but will still cost you a character probably. There's another big thing though. Blackrock Shooter is coming next patch. She's not like meta or anything, and you get one copy of her for free. But if you really love Blackrock Shooter and want to get her above A rank, you have to pull. And those pulls will cost you 2,500 black cards each. This is because Blackrock Shooter has her own special banner, but you can still get random S ranks on it, so there's that. Then after Blackrock Shooter, we have 2 S rank patches back to back. Even though we've had a run of free characters lately to balance it out, new players might have to choose between Lamia, Chu Shukra, and Watanabe Epitaph. Unless you take advantage of the new feature that lets you get any S rank of your choice for free one time. This feature debuts with Lamia's patch and is a great chance to get either Lamia, a second copy of Karenina Shear to get her to double S3 rank, or a future character. We break down how this feature works and who we think is the best pick in our other video, which you can watch here.
Lamia.
Honestly, I was pretty shook when I heard her name officially pronounced Lamia and not Lamia. I still love her though.